I will say my entire lifestyle is dangerous.
Ready, Abdi? Ready.
The mission of the day, it's fruit dropping to help the forest regenerate.
5, 4, 3, 2, go.
Oh my god! 5:15 in the morning. This is how I wake up here in the jungle of Borneo with the son of the gibbon. My name is Shani. I'm originally from France, but I live for the last 25 years in Indonesia, in Borneo, in the forest. I'm the CEO and founder of the Kalawet Foundation. We work in Borneo, Sumatra and Mentawai to save animals and forests. So I will have a quick break first before to go to the river and set up the plane. From a very young age, I was passionate by gibbon and I wanted to help the real gibbon, the wild. I'm still fighting every single day to help all these animals who have been victim of the illegal pet trade and deforestation, and also to work with local community to try to protect forest, save small patch of forest from the palm oil industry or from the mining industry. So I got my breakfast. Now I'm going to the river. It's just 200 meters from the house. Hey, morning Puma. The seaplane is waiting for me there with the crew. I have to do some check. Then the mission of the day is quite important. It's fruit dropping to help the forest regenerate in some part of the reserve. Morning! So it's important every single flight to check the gas, make sure there is no water in it. You don't want the engine to stop over the jungle. So very important pre-flight, and when Abdi is doing it, I'm checking all the structure of the plane. We have to be very careful because we are in a very humid environment, and that can impact the plane. So this is the mission of the day. We call that buah asam in Indonesian. It's a big family of the tamarind in English, I think. So the mission of the day is to drop all these fruits over the forest, especially where the forest have been destroyed a few years ago because of fire. We already released and dropped hundreds of kilos of fruits in some part of the reserve to help the vegetation to regenerate. Pre-flight complete. Now time for the seaplane to get wet. You never feel like you are walking. It's not a job for me. It's just my life. If you take it out of my life, nothing left. So now the seaplane is in the water, and with Abdi, we're putting our gear, safety equipment, of course, a life jacket. So inside the plane, I have here some food, military food, in case I have to spend some few days in the forest. I have a knife. I have a 20-meter rope with a harness if in any case I get stuck in a tree, and a satellite phone. So this is a minimal equipment when you spend your time flying over the jungle. The stress is mixed to adrenaline. It's what I like.
So this is very important. The seaplane allows us, first of all, to patrol the forest to make sure there is no deforestation in the protected area. And also, as we are doing this morning, dropping seed and fruit to help the forest regenerate. Ready, Abdi? Ready.
It's so efficient, but it's also great fun, and I love to mix fun and the fight.
This is one of my big pleasure. Okay? Okay. Okay, you can start in 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
everything is about local people. Everything is about Indonesian young generation and doing it with them. And this is the most important thing, and the thing I want to share with my kids. And that great feeling that we make a difference today.
My name is Kieran Avery, and I live and work here in northern Kenya, where I'm involved in community conservation. Here we go. Oh my God. Northern Kenya is a critical landscape for the people, the livestock and the wildlife that live there. So this is where I wake up. This is home. Quite a lot of resident wildlife. And this chap is near the house. And I managed to get him out of the bushes into this bucket, so we'll go and release him a long way away. I'm employed by a US-based B Corp called Native. My role is operations-based, so I'm field-based, looking at projects on the ground. With human population growth, there's been big changes in northern Kenya over the last 50 years, and ultimately the land is struggling to support the number of livestock that the people have here. This is the tool which is invaluable for these landscapes where it's so big, you're talking about millions of hectares. It really opens up the landscape to us. And today I'm really interested in checking out these areas to the east of the project in here. The aim is to work with communities who are all pastoral communities to look at their livestock management so that they can utilise the rangelands in the most efficient way, and in doing so grow more grass, because it is a severely degraded landscape. It brings these communities together who normally fight each other and in effect brings back that sort of nomadic pastoralism that has always worked and kept these places as unique and wild as they always are. I'm a vet by training, so I'm privileged enough to be called in every now and then to help out with the occasional wildlife translocation or rescue. Elephants getting stuck in mud is actually quite a common occurrence in these dry areas, just because of that draw to sort of depleting water sources after the rains. The people give us a ring in the morning to say, there's elephants stuck in this mud and there's no way they're going to get out themselves. The dead weight of an elephant is remarkable, and when they're stuck in that mud, it just makes it even more challenging. We had to call in a four-wheel drive tractor from a neighbouring ranch who generously donated that. We had to immobilise the animals while we got the ropes around them. Boy, a bit of an epic. 3 elephants safely removed. Now we've just got to wake them up. We managed to remove all of those elephants, and they walked away unscathed and will rejoin their families. Yeah, on to the next spot to see what's going on. So the giraffe relocation that we undertook was an absolute mission. We had to move a handful of Rothschild giraffe who were stranded on an island within a lake in the Rift Valley. Because of the rising lake levels had, as I say, become stranded on this land, and it was shrinking and there wasn't enough food for them. Moving giraffe across water is about as risky as it comes. What we had to do was to build a barge which could take the weight of a giraffe and obviously be stable enough with the height of a giraffe. Fingers crossed he'll remain relaxed, and then he'll be in his new home. Exciting times. This project, along with RUCO, the Community Conservancy, is really exciting because it's effectively reintroducing Rothschild giraffe back to their native range. Yeah, we were just thankful that it was ultimately a success. I feel so privileged to be working in this space. It really pioneer the way forward for a lot of these arid areas where pastoral communities are currently struggling just with the modern day challenges of, as I say, human population growth, the climatic changes we're seeing. And I will give it everything I've got.
Biggest waves as I see on the water, it's more than 25 meters.
Here we go. Oh my God.
My name is Dino Carmo. I'm from Nazaré. I'm a jet ski driver in Praia do Norte and Nazaré on the big waves, and I'm living in Nazaré all my life.
In 2015, we set up Nazaré Jet to offer a range of big waves jet ski service, from towing surfers onto waves and rescue them if they fall off, to getting camera operation and tourists as close to the action as possible.
My life, it's around of the ocean. My grandfathers are fishermen. When I'm young, I start going to the water alone with 5-6 years and flip me. I respect a lot of the seas, and now I'm 1000% confident to are on the water in all the world.
Olá, bom dia. Tudo bem? This is the harbor of Nazaré.
Praia do Norte, it's a really dangerous beach. It's not a beach for beginners. The waves are giant, more than 20 meters, a lot of wind, rain, and it's a really powerful wave. And yeah, I help in a lot of dangerous situations.
This is our spot. Diogo is here, start prepare the radios. This is the radios, Jesus to talk with the spotter. Diogo check. I start prepare now the jet ski.
The important equipment I use is the jet ski, as need a jet ski with a lot of power, because on the white water, if you don't have a lot of forces and a lot of power on the jet ski don't move.
Checking the oil there, fins, and some problem. It's on. Perfect.
Also, as need a life sled on the back of the jet ski to do the rescue if someone's fall off the surfboard or fall out of the jet ski. This is the life sled. If someone fall or to rescue the surfer, it's much more easy going to the jet ski again on this board. This is to put the feet under, right? And you can fall back because this help you with your feet, okay?
Turn on. Right now, us are on the entry zone of harbor of Nazaré.
When I come from the harbor to the big waves, when it's really giant, I'm nervous. It's normal. Everyone are nervous.
Okay, and this side of the rock, you see the waves disappear because it's deeper on this side, and on the other side it's much more shallow, and because the waves are always breaking on the other side of the rocks, you see?
When you are on the water after 10, 15, 20 minutes, you feel much more confident, and you can do everything well. The worst thing can happen in Nazaré, I think it's your jet ski stop. And if it stop, you have problems too, and you put the guys you try help in more problems also, because if the jet ski stop, maybe the wave catch the jet ski and after hit the guy. It's not normal as have accidents, but sometimes accidents pass, and you need to stay attention all the time. You need a good jet ski. It's really important.
I'm happy because every day I'm working on the ocean, keeping people safe and making people smile, and this is what makes me feel alive.
Hi, my name is Denali. I'm a geologist. It's really inspiring to be in a field where you feel like you have a real chance of discovering something important.
Here we go. Oh my God.
I am obsessed with the ocean. It's why I got into this field to begin with. Right now, I am doing field work at the East Pacific Rise, which is a mid-ocean ridge. It's located right about there. Essentially, everyone on the crew, all of the scientists fly from wherever they're based out of to wherever the port location is, and we meet up there. And then often a day or two later, we will actually board the vessel and head out to sea.
So these are the bunks. These are where we sleep, and the room is where we all get ready for work in the morning or evening, depending on whether or not you're doing night ops or day ops. Sometimes I do a little bit of both and just don't sleep very much. The boat can rock quite a bit, so the railing is to make sure I don't fall off while I'm sleeping. After the first few days, you just kind of get used to it. I got up around 9 this morning and I've been doing work since then. I do usually sleep past breakfast, especially if I was up the night before. If I can, I always try to start my day having coffee somewhere nice on deck. It's just a really good start to the day, and you can often see birds flying past the boat, or you can see dolphins or other animals swimming alongside the boat. A very big part of this research cruise is looking at the ocean floor, which is predominantly made up of a volcanic rock called mid-ocean ridge basalt, or MORB, and trying to see if there is potential for another eruption at the East Pacific Rise sometime soon, or if perhaps one has already happened.
Day-to-day work as a PhD student varies a lot. Sometimes I'm drowning in Excel spreadsheets. Sometimes I'm cutting rocks in half or hitting rocks with a laser. And other times you're in the field. I'm living on a boat, or I'm living in a tent next to a volcano. So there's a lot of variety, and that is actually one of my favorite parts of the job. The trip to Iceland was my first relatively independent field season. Very rare at that station in your career to get actual field experience at a currently erupting volcano. I would not trade that experience for the world. Though I was already pretty certain of where I wanted to go with my career, that trip definitely solidified that I wanted to be a volcanologist. In order to collect samples from the bottom of the ocean, you can use a number of different methods. For this specific research cruise I'm on now, we will be using what's called a rock core, which is essentially just a drill that takes a core of the rock from the ocean floor, which we then study.
While I primarily am getting samples using the rock core, I am also getting samples from the Alvin,
a remotely operated vehicle that goes to the bottom of the ocean and collects your samples.
This sample here is one that our amazing Alvin team collected while they were doing one of their dives. This is probably one of the nicest, shiniest mid-ocean ridge basalt samples I have ever seen. It's so glassy.
I think it's magical. Honestly, I would go so far as to say it's romantic. To hold a rock that's from the ocean floor, the bottom of the ocean floor, that's crazy. Okay, so we did just finish rock coring. We did 2 rock core drops overnight. It is 4:30 in the morning. So this is what they look like when they come off the rock core. All these black bits are pieces of volcanic glass. It might not seem like very much glass, but we can do the analyses we need to do with just this much from each location. Now I am going to bed. I never in a million years thought I would do this as a job. I didn't know this job even existed until suddenly it was the only job I'd actually ever wanted. I am genuinely excited to go into work every day, and I never in a million years thought a future like that was possible for me. But with geology, it is.